Hi everyone! Today we're going to do a colourful feline Halloween look, and the first thing you're going to do is lay down a base, and we use the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and we mix this in with some white cream makeup just to make it a little bit more Halloween and a little bit brighter. And then we're going to contour the face with some colourful eyeshadows, and here we used Urban Decay's Vice Reloaded palette, and we use the shade Hot Pants, which is a iridescent purple, and we also use the shade Hatter from the Alice in Wonderland palette from Urban Decay, and this is a green iridescent shade. So we used the two to kind of contour the inside of the nose and underneath the cheekbones and also above the temples. You can do this as messily as you like. You can just use a big fluffy brush for this, just to sort of get the contour going and have something a little bit different. And then we dipped our brush into the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and we used the black shade just on the outer corners of the eyes and into the crease, and also underneath the lower lash line. And you can blend this out with the crease brush and just kind of intensify the dark color a little bit. And you can do this in a sort of elongated shape just to elongate the eyes a little bit. After that, we went into the Urban Decay Moonlight palette, and we put the shade Graphite all over the lids, just underneath the crease, just to intensify the dark shade. And then on the inner corners, we went into the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette again, and we used the black shade to highlight or low light the inner corners. And then we drew on a little cat nose just underneath the nostrils. And we used the Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof Fine Point pen for this. And we also lined the eyes with the same pen, just how you normally would, or if you can do it with a nice feline flick. And then connecting the nose to the mouth on the Cupid's bow with this black eyeliner. We're going to create a little cat mouth, and then you can fill in your top lip, only your top lip, with a black lipstick, and we use the Urban Decay Perversion lipstick for this. And then we're going to fill in our brows, but also with the Perversion lipstick, so that they're a lot darker. And you can use a fluffy brush for this, just to kind of fluff them out, and they won't be so intense. And then you can create these little flicks up on the inner corners of the brows, just to get a little bit more of a furry look. And then we drew some little whiskers underneath the bottom lip. And then we drew a little bit of texture still with that Perversion eyeliner just on the forehead, and then also in the smile lines, just to give something a little bit more different. And you can use a fine liner brush for this, just to sort of get some whiskered textures here. And then we added a little bit of Hatter again from the Alice in Wonderland palette, just above that. And then underneath the eyes, we went into the Vice Reloaded palette again. We got to the shade Gold Mind, which is a nice shimmering gold, and we blended that out underneath the eyes. And then here we started doing the leopard spots, alternating between a gold and a silver liner, and this is using the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Liner in Gold Rush. And we kind of dotted this quite messily all over the face, above the forehead, above the cheekbones, and you can do this wherever you feel comfortable with. And then we went ahead and outlined these leopard spots with a black liner, still using the Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof Fine Point pen. Then we drew some little holes where the whiskers would be, just above the lip. Then we're adding just a few more spots on the lower half of the face with the gold and the silver eyeliner. out with a black fine point pen. And then we added some lashes just to the top lash line. And we also added a line of gold above where the black liner is. And then finally we're drawing our whiskers, still with the Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof Fine Point Eye Pen. And then as a finishing touch, we added the Urban Decay shade in Moonspoon, which is a nice shimmering silvery shade on the lower lip and also just on the eyelids, just to give a pop of color. And then the last thing we're going to do is to underline our lower lash line, just to open up the eyes a little bit and make them look a little bit more catty and give them a fine inner point in the inner corners. And then add a dash of mascara on the lower lash line, and there you have it, the final look.